Hello, and welcome back to Formula 1 2019 and our first career season. And we are at the opener of the season in Melbourne, Australia for our first qualifying session. These are 18-minute qualifying sessions. So with that all said, let's begin qualifying.
We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix. Many of the drivers have commented on the challenge posed by the high-speed direction changes around this circuit, but you still need to be quick in a straight line. Is that a fair layman's appraisal?
Drivers are going to need a nicely balanced car to be fast here. They'll need to get the most out of the medium and high-speed corners, which will push them to run more downforce. But in turn, this slows the car down on the straights. It's a tricky balancing act.
So here we are in our Alfa Romeo pit garage. So we're going to access our terminal here, go to our tyre selection, and for every single qualifying I will always select the hardest available compound tyre. So with our tyres now selected, we're going to select our Parc Fermé regulations, so we can't make any changes to the car, not that I have anyway. And we're going to make our way out onto the track and do our flying lap. So the car is basically as default. I've made no modifications. The only changes I make are to the tyres. So final hairpin now, the last corner, and we begin our flying lap. So as we re-enter the pit lane, we are currently in 3rd position, but we are on the harder tyre and everyone around us is on the soft tyre. So here we are back at our pit garage. We're going to be wheeled back inside and we're just going to sit here and basically wait for the clock to count down, and when we get down to about 5 minutes we'll reassess whether we need to go out again and maybe put in one more lap. So once we're back in the garage and we have our monitors down in front of us, thank you sir, we can then access our terminal, and we're going to skip along to the timing screen. And as you can see, we are currently in 3rd place, and as you can see there is about 12 minutes left on the clock. So we're going to speed said clock up, and we're just going to wait right here and see if anyone beats our time. If we drop down like we just have to 4th place, if we drop down too much further, I think we will actually go out for a 2nd run. And like I said, we're not making any changes to the car. We're even going to keep the same tyres. Basically, I'm just going to run the entire season in default mode. So we have managed to improve our time slightly and move ourselves up into 2nd position on the grid for tomorrow's race. I don't think anyone else will be beating that time now. The qualifying session is over, so we're just going to make our way back to the pits now, and when we get back there we should get confirmation of our position for the race for the Melbourne Grand Prix. So hopefully you enjoy this little series. It won't be running quite as intensely as the Hitman videos, as the channel is primarily about Hitman, but I've been playing nothing but Hitman for the last 3 years, and I fancied a little bit of a change, and I do like a good racing game every now and again. So we're almost round the lap. Just let Vettel go past there. We're going to make our way back to the pits and we'll finish up the outro session and finish up the qualifying session overall. and hopefully retain our second place. We've just got the hairpin to go now. So that is the Australian qualifying session for 2019. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Hamilton, the engineer, and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.